Buongiorno everyone and welcome back to Lineup Predictions. Good morning everyone, welcome back to the Magpie Channel TV. Make sure to subscribe if you're new, click a like and share this video, would you please? Thank you very much. Blackburn, tomorrow at home, Carabao Cup, second round, let's get on it. Our new feeder club did us a favour at the weekend, Bournemouth. Blackburn went down there for the opening day of the championship season and got beat 3-2. So that could be good news for us, put them on a downward spiral. Former striker Adam Armstrong, he led the line and scored the second goal, but it wasn't enough to get any points on the board in the opening weekend, unlike Brucey's Mags. A fair few talking points from Brucey's press conference this morning. I'll read through some points for you. Brucey has said, this year the league is 7 weeks shorter. What we didn't handle very well last year is games over a short period, such as the Christmas spell, and when we came back from lockdown. Games over Saturday to Tuesday affected us. We've got to guard against that, and that's right, because these games are coming thick and fast now. If we do get past Blackburn, the third round is only another week away, where we'll play either Morecambe or Oldham. So yeah, that's 2 games in a week now. We've just done West Ham, now we've got Blackburn. At the weekend we've got Brighton on Sunday, and then we could have another cup game and then another league game. So these games are coming thick and fast. So we need to rotate a little bit. Brucey needs to be quite clever, doesn't want to gas anyone out, because that happened definitely over Christmas and after lockdown. Too many players getting injured. We're basically playing with a B-side team, playing people out of position, everyone fucking fly piss off. I'll pick a team that I hope is strong enough to beat Blackburn. That would be dead nice, Brucey. There will be wholesale changes, but then again, I've got a squad of players who sat on the bench on Saturday, fuck off, who all want to play, and I've had to leave 5 or 6 behind. All of them will play. That's not quite clear. All of them will play. Who was all of them? Is that the entire 7 that were on the bench on Saturday plus the 5 or 6 that were left behind? I'm not so sure, because probably going to be a few out the door soon. He has gone on. He was talking specifically about Christian Atsu. Although Yoshinori Muto is confirmed to be leaving soon. He's going to have a medical in. He's going to somewhere in La Liga, Eibar, however you pronounce it, I don't know. But Muto's going away on loan to La Liga to join Florian Lejeune, so that's probably good news. I probably would have liked a sale, to be honest, but it is what it is. Yeah, on Christian Atsu, he says, I like Christian. The same goes for Muto. Trains every day, works tirelessly, a good professional. But in a situation where, are they going to play enough? There has to come a time where they go and play football. And the same goes for Saive. Henry Saive, he's been around the place since I've been here. We try to treat him with respect, and he trains every day and is a good pro. Saive, Atsu, Muto, Ashraf Lazar and Rolando Aarons, they need to find a home and try and progress their careers again. Absolutely agree. None of them would be in my plans going forward. So get them sold, try and recuperate a little bit of money from them. Loans are all well and good to just kind of reduce the squad numbers a little bit, but we need to get them off the books. Like Saive, he's been here for about 8 years and played 4 games. Like, there's just absolutely no point in him being in the squad. Same with Ashraf Lazar, quite clearly not good enough. Rolando Aarons as well, and Muto and Atsu just need to go, I think. We've still got a few injuries as well. Dubravka, Shah, Dummett, Matty Longstaff and Gale are still all out, so it's good for Brucey to say he's going to play the best team he can, as I believe he will. Brucey always plays his best team that he can, that is available in the cup, which is why we got to our first FA Cup quarter-final in 15 years last season. He took it seriously, he didn't dick about, he put the best players in, and that's why we got as far as we did. It was a little bit tough getting past the tough League One sides, but we got there. Gillespie and Fraser will both play. Ryan Fraser has been training all week, but I'm just wary he hasn't trained or played with a group of footballers since last March. But he's in fantastic condition, he's itching to start, and the likelihood is he'll play. So that's good news to hear. Whether he'll start or not is up for grabs. I would like to think that he would. Maybe it's a little bit push. It's a little bit much thrown in to start. I'd probably bench him with the hope of bringing him on for 20-30 minutes, just see how he gets on in a competitive match, because he hasn't played a competitive match in 8 months. It's a long time to be out. He says there were a few tired bodies, but everyone reported in yesterday fine, and we've got a clean bill of health going into training this morning again. Fantastic. Great to hear that everyone's doing well, so hopefully we can just put the best possible team out. He also did say that Kieran Clark will be brought back as well. He's fit now and likely to play potentially from the start, Kieran Clark. So we'll get into my lineup then, and it is another tricky one, just as hard as predicting the first game of the season. Now it's a cup game where he says he's going to be rotating a little bit, trying to keep some fresh legs, trying not to throw everyone in and gas people out for week one. That's definitely not what we need with a few games coming thick and fast. So my lineup there then, in Gillespie, as he says, will play likely from the start. I can't imagine him bringing him on as a substitute. That would be absolutely no point. But I mentioned this in my video for the West Ham game. A few fans were wanting Gillespie to start because Darlow didn't really have the best of pre-seasons. On Saturday, he did look a little bit shaky, to be fair. Some of them crosses, them looping headers, he gets beat by them. He conceded 2 or 3 of them in pre-season. So yeah, I predicted this one last week. Gillespie to come in for this one, see how he gets on. If he does well, then we might want to look at starting him against Brighton. It could be a shout. Gillespie's got himself to prove. If he wants to start against Brighton, this is his opportunity. But like I say, if we do win, then we've got another cup game against an easier opposition, really, in either Morecambe or Oldham coming up next week. So maybe rotate them both. Darlow for the Premier League, Gillespie for the Cup, and then just see how things go from there. At right back, with Javier Manquillo had a pretty good game the other day. I would be starting Emil Kraft, an unused sub from Saturday. I think he deserves a shot. Manquillo had a good game, but yeah, let Kraft have a go. Not really sure what to do with Yedlin. I'll get onto my bench after the starting 11, but yeah, Yedlin was omitted from the team. He was fit, I believe. Just not really sure that he's in Bruce's plans. He might be another one to get out the door, possibly a loan, I'm not sure, but we'll just have to monitor Bruce's plans on DeAndre Yedlin. At centre-back, tough then, because on Saturday we only had the two, Lascelles and Fernandez, but now Clark's back and Bruce says he'll play. I'm going to go with Lascelles and Clark at centre-back. Lascelles is the captain. I mentioned at the weekend that we seem lost at the back without him. He's the captain. He leads the line very, very well. When he's missing, there is a hole in that defence. Like, sometimes he's not the best defensively, but he is a great captain. He leads the line well, and when he's not there, he's massively, massively missed. And Federico Fernandez deserves a break. Man plays every second. He's like, at the end of last season, after lockdown, everyone was injured. Even Fernandez was tired. He should not have been there, but he did. Even in pre-season, he played pretty much every minute. Fernandez needs a break. He's deserved it. This is an opportunity now. Kieran Clark's back, so drop Fernandez to the bench. If we need help at centre-back because we haven't got anyone else, as I say, Shaw and Dummett are both still out, so yeah, I'd maybe drop Fernandez to the bench, give him a little bit of a break, bring Kieran Clark in, see how he does. And at left back, I'll be keeping Jamal Lewis. He used to be a cross-country runner. He's still a young lad, 22 years old. He's got a lot of gas in the tank. Even at the end of the game the other day, everyone else looked tired. It was the first game back after the summer. It happens. Players get tired. But Lewis had a bit of a sweat on. He had a sweaty brow, but he looked like he could go again. He didn't really look that tired, and he's got that in the chamber. He can run and run and run, and we're lacking a left-back option. This is why I want someone else to come in. I've spoke about Dummett in the past. I don't really rate him as a Premier League left-back. Matt Ritchie as well. He's not really a full-back. Wing-back maybe, and Manquillo I think is too important at right-back to be switching over. So if we can get some of them sales out the door, I would like to possibly bring in Demetrios Giannoulis, the Greek lad that we've been linked with. I think he's only about 4 million. He's not going to set the world alight, but he'll be a decent enough backup. He'll basically be like a Greek Emil Kraft. You know, he's not going to break the bank, but he's also not going to be the type of player that's going to demand to start week in, week out. Like, It's a cheap buy, and I think it'll be a sensible buy. We do need depth at left back, because for now, we're going to have to rely on Lewis. Last season, that didn't bode well. Jetro Willems, towards Christmas, as Brucey says, we had a lot of injuries over Christmas. Willems was one of them. He picked up 1 or 2 niggly injuries towards the start of the season. And by Christmas, with all these games in, I said it was clear as day he was going to get injured at some point. He was brought off like 3-4 games in a row because he couldn't last 90 minutes, but there was nobody else. And then lo and behold, he did pick up that big injury. I think Chelsea was the game. He picked up a big injury that's ruled him out, in which he's still out. That's how long that injury lasted. Starting them games, 2-3 games in a week has led him now to almost a 9-month injury. So we need to be careful with Lewis. We need to bring in a backup and just try not to ruin the lad. Let's say he's got gas in the chamber, so hopefully he can get through the next couple of weeks. I think there's still about 2.5-3 weeks left of the transfer window, so hopefully Lewis can get through them and bring in a Giannoulis. Maybe he's just someone on loan, I don't know. Danny Rose was the same as well. He came in to replace Willems, but he never really looked match fit. He looked out of shape, a little bit overweight perhaps, I don't know. But it was another one of them where he was the only one. We replaced one left back with one more left back. One was injured, the other one wasn't match fit. We were out of options. This is why we need backup. In centre mid then, it's another tough one. Another one where we haven't really got a great lot of options. I will be bringing in Sean Longstaff. I think he deserves a start. Just came on with a little cameo the other day, just a couple of minutes. Didn't really get involved in the game all that much. And yeah, still got, who did I mention? Matty Longstaff still injured. So yeah, bring Sean in, give him a start. Should do alright against a team like Blackburn. I think he needs confidence as well. I think a team like Blackburn in the Cup is a great place for him to get that, because last season he was a little bit shaky. Questionable whether he is Premier League quality after almost going to Man United for 50 million the summer before. So yeah, Sean needs to come in and get some confidence in him. He picked up quite a big injury against Bournemouth away last season, where he actually started the game really, really well. Got an assist and a goal in the opening 20 minutes and then went off, and we haven't seen him since. Alongside him, I'm not sure. This is a flip of the coin. It's either going to be, well, it could be Jeff Hendrick, but I'm thinking more along the lines of either Shelvey or Hayden. And for me, it's going to be Shelvey. Shelvey's the creative one, the one who can look for a pass, open up the defence, and yeah, just he's the creative spark. Hayden the other day looked a little bit reckless. He was diving into some challenges. He could have picked up a second yellow card within the first 10 minutes. So Hayden, I think, just needs to cool out. Give Hayden a bit of a break. He's just signed his new contract. Maybe he's still on a buzz about that. So the other option there maybe is Dan Barlaser. Could be bringing him into the team, maybe from the bench, I'm not sure, but I think he's probably going to be one that's going to go out on loan. When you look at the team, we've got 5 centre mids in there. If you include Matty Longstaff and Jeff Hendrick, is there need for Dan Barlaser to be a 6th centre mid? If he is, he's just going to be part of the squad. I doubt he'll be named in the Premier League 25, and he'll just be used for games like this, depending on how far we go. We've got the FA Cup coming up in the new year as well, so I don't know, it's a funny one with Dan Barlaser. For me, I'd probably put out on loan to a better team though. No disrespect to where he went last year. It was it Accrington Stanley, was it last year? Rotherham, was it Rotherham? Aye. I'd like to see him go on loan to more of a championship team, or maybe he's like a West Brom or someone who's probably going to be around the bottom of the Premier League. Just to see how he gets on, just give him a little bit more experience before introducing him to the first team. So yeah, going forward, Ryan Fraser. Maybe his first start. This one I'm not too sure about. As I said before, personally I'd probably be starting him on the bench and bringing him on. Like, I do want to see him, but it might still be a little bit too early. But he's dying to play. According to Bruce, he wants to start, which is great to hear. And he says he's looked sharp as out in training. Apparently fans are going to be dead impressed when they get a look at him. So yeah, maybe this is a good place to start him. Probably wouldn't be giving him the full 90 minutes though, one way or another, off the bench or subbed off, who knows. But yeah, give him a start, see how he gets on. On the left, again, this is another tough one, but I'd probably start Joe Linton. He got into the game the other day. He was the first sub and he's still got about 15 minutes, not a lot of inclusion, but yeah, Joey needs to prove himself, and again, Blackburn in the Cup could be a great place to do it. On the left is where he is best. It's where he should be, not up top. So it's a big opportunity for Joe Linton if he can get a start. Hopefully he does. In the middle, in behind the striker, Almiron, who was another sub. He had a bit of a shite pre-season for me. Didn't impress in pre-season, just off the little highlights that the club put on YouTube and on Twitter and stuff. He just really didn't look good. Missed a couple of absolute sitters. But on Saturday, he came on and got well involved in the game. His pace and energy changed the momentum after Sir Maximin went off. We had no pace. So Almiron was a very clever sub from Brucey, and he got the assist for Hendrick as well. So give him a start. Again, Blackburn Cup, it's a great opportunity. There's a lot of players who can really step up to the mark in this game and prove it. But at the same time, we still want to put our best team out. We still want to win. We don't want to rotate too much in case we are playing at basically a championship level, which could be could balance out for Blackburn. We don't want to give them that much respect. We want to go out and we'll still want to beat them well. So a big opportunity for Almiron. Get him in there, in behind the striker where he should be. And up top, again, another probable 50-50, but I'll be going with Callum Wilson. He looked fit the other day. He had a lot of energy, a lot of pace as well. I didn't actually realise how quick he was, but yeah, he's got a lot of pace and a lot of hunger. He's really determined to do well and score goals for the club, and which he did. Debut goal, keep that momentum going, keep that roll going, which would drop Andy Carroll to the bench. I probably wouldn't be starting Andy Carroll 2 games in a week. You know, it's Andy Carroll. You've got to protect Andy Carroll. Bruce says too many games coming up in quick succession. We need to rotate. We don't want to be playing everyone and risk injuries. Andy Carroll is always an injury risk. You don't want to be playing him. I'm surprised he lasted as long as he did. I think he was the last one off. Almost made 90 minutes the other day. I thought he might have came off 10-15 minutes before that. So yeah, starting him 2 games in a row, not the best idea. So he played great as well. So he could be an option off the bench. Don't start him. Don't give him 90 minutes. But if we need him towards the end, from 70 minutes onwards, bring him on. He could be a great impact. As you've seen defensively, he was huge the other day. Massive brick wall at the back. So that's a starting 11. We'll go onto the bench. And it's tough. I don't know who's going to be on the bench. I don't know who's in the starting 11. So, yeah, goalkeeper, I would say Carl Darlow, drop him. There's potential for Dan Langley to bring in there. We did that last season in the Cup, Dubravka being the starter. He came out of the team completely. Darlow would start. Rob Elliott would be on the bench. So, yeah, Dan Langley might get a spot on the bench, but I think it's maybe still a bit of a risk to put such a youngster in there. Maybe save that for the week afterwards if we get through Morecambe or Oldham, if we need him in there. Again, it's only going to be on the bench. I can't imagine getting much game time, so it doesn't really matter who the second goalkeeper is going to be. But for protection's sake, I would say Carl Darlow. As a defensive option, I'd probably put Fernandez in there to protect the centre-backs. If Kieran Clark doesn't fully make it, you know Fernandez will. He can step up in there. But that would be excluding both Javier Manquillo and DeAndre Yedlin. I would like to see one of them, because there's not enough full-back cover. Matt Ritchie's the only one really who could fill in at left-back. At right-back, we haven't really got anyone, so that could jeopardise well a little bit. So, yeah, I'm not too sure about that one. But I would be bringing Ritchie in because he's versatile and can go up top. He might get a start. He might start ahead of Joe Linton at left mid, perhaps. Hayden and Hendrick, as I mentioned. I would like to see Hendrick get a start again, to be honest, but maybe save his legs for Sunday, because he was brilliant against West Ham. So Maximin is the danger man, that massive injection of pace and energy if we really need it. If we're winning comfortably, I probably wouldn't even bother bringing Sir Maximin on, save his legs for Sunday, because he can gas out a little bit. Sir Maximin, he's quick and energetic, but that energy does run out towards games at times. So yeah, bring him on in the last 20 if we need him. If not, just keep him on the bench and save his legs. Same with Andy Carroll. If we need him, brilliant, he's there as an option. But if not, might not be worth it. Maybe he's just keep his momentum going, keep his spirits high, and give him 10-20 minutes if need be. But that would exclude Jacob Murphy, who I do want to see brought in. I don't really want to see Murphy going out on loan, because, yeah, I just like him there as another option. We have got out wide, Fraser, Joe Linton, Hendrick, Sir Maximin, and that's about it. If Atsu goes out, I still think we need Richie as well, sorry. I still think we need another option there, and I think Jacob Murphy deserves a shot. I don't really want to see him go out on loan, but I predicted him to start in my West Ham lineup, and he wasn't even involved in the squad, so I think that tells you where Brucey's mind is. I don't really think he's got a plan for him, despite having quite a good pre-season. Yeah, so maybe it's the exclusion of Murphy, Barlaser and Langley, possibly Yedlin as well. See what happens, not really sure where Brucey's head is. He mentioned rotation, but he still wants a strong enough team. So there's my team there then. Let me know what you guys think. Put yours below with a score prediction as well. And don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the Magpie Channel TV, and enjoy yourself.